Welcome to the best luxury cruise lines in the world. Have you ever looked at luxury cruises and wondered which cruise line is actually worth the money? Because let's be honest, luxury cruising is a completely different experience from regular cruising. We're talking about incredible service, beautiful suites, amazing food, smaller ships, unique destinations, and experiences that can feel more like staying at a luxury resort than sailing on a cruise ship. But not all luxury cruise lines are the same. Some are known for ultra-luxury service, some focus more on adventure and destinations, and others are all about food, elegance, wellness, or creating an almost completely all-inclusive experience. Service, suites, dining, destinations, inclusions. In this video, we're going to rank some of the world's best luxury cruise lines and talk about what makes each one unique, along with who I think each cruise line is actually best for, whether you're planning your first luxury cruise or trying to decide which cruise line deserves your next vacation budget. This video should help make that decision a whole lot easier. So grab your coffee, sit back, and let's dive into the best cruise lines in the world. Before we start, what actually makes a cruise luxury? A luxury cruise is not simply a regular cruise with more expensive cabin. The entire experience is usually different. You may have fewer passengers, more cruise members, larger accommodations, better food, more personalized service, and fewer lines. And that last one matters more than most people realize. You're usually not spending your vacation trying to find a chair by the pool, waiting in a buffet line, or standing behind hundreds of people to get off the ship. Luxury cruising is designed to feel calmer, more personal, and less crowded. But luxury also means different things to different people. For one traveler, luxury might mean having a butler who remembers exactly how they like their coffee. For someone else, it might mean visiting Antarctica by Zodiac and then returning to a beautiful suite and 5-course dinner. And for another traveler, luxury might simply mean excellent food, a quiet ship, and not being surprised by additional charges every 5 minutes. Luxury is personal. That's why I'm ranking these cruise lines based on the overall experience, including service, accommodations, dining, inclusions, ship atmosphere, destination experience, and overall value for the type of luxury being offered. This is also my personal ranking. Your number one cruise line could be completely different depending on what matters to you most. And that's exactly what I'll explain, who each cruise line is best for as we go. And before we get to number 8, take a second to like this video and subscribe to Traveler's Delight Vacations. I share cruise advice, luxury travel ideas, unique destinations, and practical tips to help you plan better vacations without wasting your money. Let's start the countdown. Number 8, Viking Ocean Cruises. This line is best for people looking for quiet, destination-focused travel. Viking Ocean Cruises comes in at number 8, and I want to be clear. Viking sometimes described as premier rather than true ultra-luxury. You won't necessarily receive the same level of personal service that you would on Regent or Silversea. There aren't butlers in every room. It doesn't try to create a formal white glove atmosphere. But for the right traveler, Viking offers a very appealing version of understated luxury. The ships have a clean Scandinavian design. Every stateroom includes a private veranda, and the onboard atmosphere is usually calm and adult-focused. There are no children under 18. There are no casinos. There are no art auctions, loud water slides, or constant pool deck announcements. Instead, Viking focuses on destinations, history, culture, enrichment programs, and comfortable travel. One shore excursion is included in every port, along with Wi-Fi, alternative restaurants, access to Nordic spa, and beer and wine with lunch and dinner. However, Viking is not as fully inclusive as some of the cruise lines coming later in this ranking. Premium cocktails and certain excursions may cost extra. So it's important to compare what is included rather than assuming everything is covered. Viking is best for travelers who want an elegant, peaceful cruise without a lot of formality. It's also a strong choice for mature travelers, couples, history lovers, and people who care more about the destination than late-night entertainment. If you want a quiet ship, thoughtful itineraries, good food, and an adult-only environment, Viking may be exactly what you're looking for. But if you want highly personalized service, a true all-suite ship, or an almost completely all-inclusive fare, you may prefer one cruise line's higher on the list. Number 7, Explora Journeys. This cruise line is best for people looking for modern, resort-style luxury. Explora is one of the newer names in luxury cruising, and its approach feels more like modern European resort sea. The ships are stylish, spacious, and contemporary without feeling overly formal. This is a cruise line for somebody who enjoys luxury but doesn't necessarily want traditional cruise traditions. You're not being pushed into a rigid dining schedule or expected to dress formally every evening. Instead, the experience is designed to feel relaxed, flexible, and very polished. The accommodations are all oceanfront suites, and many feature generous private terraces. Explora also places a major emphasis on dining. Its inclusions feature multiple culinary experiences, in-suite dining, premium beverages, fine wines, champagne, specialty coffees, gratuities, Wi-Fi access, and the spa's thermal area. That makes the onboard experience feel fairly seamless. However, some special dining experiences and premium services can still carry an additional cost. So once again, review the exact fare details before booking. Explora Journeys is best for travelers who love luxury hotels and high-end resorts, but aren't sure they want a traditional cruise experience. It may also appeal to travelers who are younger or simply young at heart and want something modern, international, and less formal. The reason it's number 7 instead of higher is that it's still a relatively new cruise line. Its identity and fleet are continuing to develop. But if you want contemporary design, beautiful suite, excellent food, and the feeling of a European resort moving from destination to destination, Explora deserves serious consideration. Number 6, Crystal. This cruise line is for people looking for classic elegance and exceptional service. At number 6, Crystal is for the traveler who appreciates classic luxury. The experience is elegant, polished, and built around personalized service. Every guest room and suite has an ocean view and comes with butler service. And Crystal has long been known for crew members who remember your name, your preferences, and sometimes what you want before you even ask. Dining is another major reason travelers choose Crystal. Cruise line offers a variety of restaurants, including Umi Uma by Chef Nobu Matsuhise, along with 24-hour in-suite dining. Most dining, drinks, Wi-Fi, and gratuities are included, although specialty restaurant reservations may be limited. Based on the length of the cruise, additional visits beyond the included allowance can have a fee. That's a small detail, but it's the type of detail you want to understand before comparing cruise prices. Crystal also tends to offer more onboard entertainment and social activity than some of the smaller cruise lines. So while you receive a refined experience, the ships may feel a little more energetic. Crystal is best for experienced cruisers who enjoy attentive service, excellent dining, entertainment, and a more traditional style of cruising. It's also a good choice for solo travelers and people who enjoy meeting other passengers rather than spending the entire cruise by themselves. If your idea of luxury includes a familiar crew, afternoon tea, live music, beautiful public spaces, and a butler taking care of the details, Crystal may be the perfect match for you. Number 5, the Ritz-Carlton Yacht Collection. This cruise line is best for luxury hotel lovers, and this is another cruise experience designed for people who may not think of themselves as cruisers. Instead of feeling like a traditional cruise ship, the goal is to create the atmosphere of a private yacht combined with a Ritz-Carlton resort. The yachts are smaller and can visit ports that many large cruise ships cannot easily reach. The itineraries often include upscale coastal destinations in the Caribbean or the Mediterranean, giving the experience a very resort-oriented feeling. The cruises are sophisticated, and the public spaces feel intimate, and the service reflects Ritz-Carlton hospitality style. Premium wines, spirits, cocktails, several dining experiences are included. However, certain specialty dining excursions, spa treatments, and other premium experiences can cost extra. And this is not usually the cruise line people choose because they're trying to find the best bargain. You're paying for the Ritz-Carlton name, the yacht atmosphere, the accommodations, and access to a more intimate style of travel. The Ritz-Carlton Yacht Collection is best for people who regularly stay at luxury hotels and want to try cruising without giving up that resort experience. It's also a good fit for couples, honeymooners, milestone celebrations, and travelers who care about design, privacy, and atmosphere. If you want Broadway-style productions, a huge casino, water slides, or dozens of organized activities, this is probably not for you. But if you want to wake up near a beautiful European island, enjoy breakfast on your terrace, spend the day exploring, and return to something that feels more like a private yacht than a cruise ship, it could be worth the splurge. Number 4, Scenic Eclipse. This cruise line is best for luxury and adventure exploration. And this is where luxury cruising meets serious adventure. Scenic calls its ship's discovery yacht, and the description makes sense. Scenic Eclipse carries no more than approximately 228 guests and fewer during polar voyages, creating a small, intimate experience with a crew-to-guest ratio of 1:1. Every accommodation is a suite with a private veranda or terrace, and butler service is included. But what really separates Scenic from the other cruise lines on the list is what happens away from the ship. Depending on the destination itinerary, guests may explore by zodiac, kayak, helicopter, or even submersible. Helicopter and submersible experiences may cost extra and depend on local conditions, but very few cruises give you access to those types of experiences at all. You could spend the morning watching penguins in Antarctica, return to the ship for lunch, visit the spa, and finish the day with an elegant dinner and champagne. That combination of exploration and comfort is what makes Scenic so special. The cruise experience is also highly inclusive, with dining beverages, Wi-Fi, gratuities, and many excursions included. Scenic Eclipse is best for travelers who want adventure but do not want to sacrifice comfort. It's ideal for Antarctica, the Arctic, remote islands, wildlife destinations, and bucket list trips where the destination is the main event. However, it may not be the best choice for someone who simply wants to relax by the pool for 7 days. You're paying for the expedition capabilities, the destination access, and the expert team, not only the suite. But if you want to explore some of the most remote places on Earth and return each evening to a beautiful ship with excellent food and service, Scenic Eclipse is very difficult to beat. Number 3, Seabourn. This cruise line is best for relaxed, yacht-style luxury. Seabourn creates a feeling of being on a private yacht without making the experience feel stiff or overly formal. Its intimate ships carry roughly 264 to 600 guests, depending on the vessel. All accommodations are oceanfront suites, and the smaller size makes it easier for the crew to provide personal service. You may notice that staff members remember your name, your favorite drink, or where you prefer to sit during dinner. Seabourn includes premium wines and spirits, complimentary dining, gratuities, in-suite bar service, and even complimentary caviar. The dining is flexible, so you generally choose where and when and with whom you want to eat. That relaxed approach is one of Seabourn's biggest strengths. It feels luxurious without forcing you to follow a complicated schedule. Some ships also have marina platforms that allow guests to enjoy water sports when conditions and destinations allow. And Seabourn's expedition ships bring the same yacht-style luxury to destinations such as Antarctica and the Arctic. Seabourn is best for travelers who want polished service but don't want the cruise to feel overly formal. It's ideal for couples, experienced luxury travelers, and people who enjoy excellent food, intimate ships, and a social but still peaceful atmosphere. One thing to understand is that standard shore excursions are not always included the same way they are with Regent. So when you compare prices, factor in how many tours you plan to take. If you value warmth, service, fine dining, and yacht-like atmosphere, Seabourn absolutely belongs among the best luxury cruise lines in the world. At number 2 is Silversea. Silversea offers one of the most personalized luxury cruise experiences in the world. Every suite includes butler service, regardless of which suite category you book. That means you don't have to reserve the most expensive accommodation to receive personal attention. Your butler may help unpack luggage, arrange dinner reservations, serve breakfast in your suite, prepare your preferred drinks, or handle small requests throughout the voyage. And with nearly one crew member for every guest on many ships, service is a major part of the experience. The accommodations are all ocean view suites, and most have private verandas. Dining, premium beverages, gratuities, Wi-Fi, and 24-hour in-suite dining are included in many fares. Although Silversea offers different fare types, that means the lowest advertised price may not include exactly the same benefits as a more inclusive fare. Always compare the fare categories before booking. Silversea also has one of the strongest destination portfolios in luxury cruising. The cruise line sails to all 7 continents and offers both classic luxury voyages and expedition cruises. So you can sail through the Mediterranean, explore the Galapagos, visit Antarctica, travel through the Arctic, or take an extended world cruise with the same brand. Silversea is best for travelers who value personalized service and want a wide range of itinerary choices. It's also ideal for travelers who enjoy spending time in their suite, ordering dinner on their veranda, or having someone take care of the small details. The atmosphere can feel more traditional than Explora or the Ritz-Carlton Yacht Collection, but it is still comfortable and approachable. If your definition of luxury is having someone quietly make your vacation easier without constantly interrupting you, Silversea may be your number 1 choice. Number 1, Regent 7 Cruises. Regent earns the top position because it combines accommodations, service, food, destinations, and inclusions into one of the most complete luxury cruise packages available. The suites are spacious, and Regent ships are designed around an all-suite experience. Many of the newer ships have private balconies in every suite, along with large bathrooms, walk-in closets, and generous living space. But the biggest reason Regent stands out is what is included in the cruise fare. Regent includes a large selection of shore excursions, specialty restaurants, premium beverages, gratuities, Wi-Fi, access to space facilities, in-suite dining, and valet laundry service. That can make the initial price look very high. But when you start comparing the total cost of the vacation, Regent can offer stronger value than people expect. On another cruise line, you might pay separately for drinks, specialty dining, Wi-Fi, gratuities, laundry, and special excursions. Those additional charges can add thousands of dollars to a longer cruise. With Regent, much of that is already built into the fare. Now, that does not mean absolutely everything is free. Premium excursions, spa treatments, certain wines, and optional land programs can still cost more. But the everyday experience is about as inclusive as luxury cruising gets. Regent is best for travelers who want a seamless vacation and don't want to think about every individual charge. It's also an excellent choice for milestone anniversaries, longer voyages, world cruises, retirees, upscale travelers, and people who want to explore several destinations without constantly pulling out the credit card. The atmosphere is refined, but generally not stuffy. You can dress nicely, enjoy an elegant dinner, and receive exceptional service without feeling as though you're attending a formal event every night. For the overall combination of service, space, dining, destinations, and inclusions, Regent 7 Sea Cruises takes my #1 spot. It may not be the cheapest luxury cruise, but the cheapest option and the best value are not always the same thing. And when you understand everything that is included, Regent can make a very strong case for being worth the money. So which luxury cruise line should you choose? Here's the simplest way to narrow it down. Choose Viking if you want a quiet, adult-only ship, destination-focused itineraries, cultural enrichment, and understated luxury. Choose Explora Journeys if you want modern European style, a luxury resort atmosphere, flexible dining, and a less traditional cruise experience. Choose Crystal if you want classic elegance, excellent entertainment, butler service, and a more social luxury cruise. Choose the Ritz-Carlton Yacht Collection if you want a private yacht atmosphere, luxury hotel service, upscale coastal destinations, and an intimate romantic experience. Choose Scenic Eclipse if you want Antarctica or other remote destinations, expedition activities, luxury accommodations, and serious adventure without giving up comfort. Choose Seabourn if you want a relaxed, yacht-like atmosphere, excellent food and drinks, warm personal service, and small intimate ships. Choose Silversea if you want butler service in every suite, a huge range of destinations, both traditional and expedition cruising, and highly personal attention. And choose Regent if you want one of the most inclusive cruise fares, spacious suites, included shore excursions, and an easy, seamless experience. And here is probably the most important advice in this entire video. Do not choose a luxury cruise based only on the cruise line's name. Choose the ship, the itinerary, the suite, and the experience together. Even within the same cruise line, an older ship may feel very different from a newer one. An expedition voyage will feel completely different from a Mediterranean cruise. And a 7-day Caribbean trip will attract a different group of travelers than a 30-day voyage through Asia or South America. You also need to compare what is included. Ask questions like, are drinks included? Are gratuities included? How many shore excursions are included? Is specialty dining complimentary? Does the fare include Wi-Fi? Are transfers or flights included? And are there different fare levels that change those benefits? Because a cruise that appears less expensive at the beginning could cost considerably more by the end. And a cruise with a very high initial price may actually provide better overall value. That is why working with someone who understands the cruise lines, ships, and fare structures can make such a big difference. Luxury cruising is not about finding the fanciest ship or spending as much money as possible. It's about finding the experience that makes your vacation feel easy, special, and worth remembering. For some people, that means butler service and beautiful dinners. For others, it means exploring Antarctica and then returning to a warm suite. For someone else, it may simply mean quiet mornings, excellent food, fewer passengers, and absolutely no buffet line. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these luxury cruise lines would you most like to try? Would you choose Regent, Silversea, Seabourn, Scenic, Ritz-Carlton, Crystal, Explorer, or Viking? And what matters most to you on a cruise line? Is it the service, the food, the suite, the itinerary, or having almost everything included? Tell me in the comments below because I'd love to know which cruise line would earn your #1 spot. And if this video helped you understand the differences between luxury cruise lines, please give it a like and a subscribe to Traveler's Delight Vacations for more cruise advice, destination ideas, travel inspiration. Thank you so much for watching, and until the next time, keep exploring, keep dreaming, and remember, the best vacation isn't always the most expensive one. It's the one that's right for you.